Good morning, Starfish. So Miss Amanda found a book on the online library, the Snow Isle Library, and I wanted to read it to you guys. It's called Duck and Goose. So we're going to find out what Duck and Goose are up to. Oh my, what is that? Duck quacked. That's a silly question, Goose honked. It is a big egg, of course. Of course it's an egg. I know that, huffed Duck. What I mean is, where did it come from? Goose looked skyward, then he looked at the river, then he looked at the fields, and he thought, who are you? He asked. I, said Duck, puffing out his feathered chest, am the one whose egg this is. I saw it first. Goose quickly raised one web foot. It's mine. I touched it first. Oh no, seems like we might have a problem, huh? Hey, you should never put a dirty foot on an egg, Duck scolded. Don't you know anything about caring for eggs? Yes, I do, Goose cried out. Stop yelling, Duck yelled, then whispered forcefully. Don't you know that you and your screaming are very likely disturbing the baby bird who's trying to snooze inside this egg? Goose wished that Duck wasn't right. He lowered his head and whispered softly, I'm very sorry. Go back to sleep in there. My, that's quite a beauty you have, called the bluebird from across the river. Thank you. It's mine, quacked Duck. Actually, it's mine, honked Goose. Thank you. Does Duck look very happy and does Goose look very happy? I hope that we can find a solution. So, asked Duck, what do we know now? We should do something, suggested Goose. Yes, you're right. Good thinking, agreed Duck. Duck and Goose each thought. So it looks like they're thinking about ways to protect the egg, put signs up that say no one's allowed. He has no geese allowed. He has no ducks allowed. Seems like trying to keep each other away from it. Well, we must keep the egg warm until the fuzzy little occupant is ready to come out, said Goose. Excellent idea, exclaimed Duck. He pushed past Goose. Step aside, I shall do just that. But Goose was quick too. After a flurry of fussing, grunting and groaning, slipping and sliding, honking and quacking, Duck and Goose found themselves back to back. Scoot over. I don't have enough room, complained Duck. You are much closer to me than I am to you. Stop yelling in my ear, Goose. Shh. Goose hushed, pointed at the round thing beneath them. Yes, we must remember, quiet, quiet, quiet. We mustn't disturb the little one. And so they sat, very still and very quiet, waiting. For a long time, they waited. Do you think it's an egg? Do you have any other ideas of what it might be? They listened to the crickets chirp and the frogs burp. I'm going to teach this baby bird to quack like a duck, Duck boasted. Well, I'm going to teach it to honk like a goose, Goose honked back. I'm going to teach this baby bird to waddle, Goose added. So am I, Duck said. They heard the pitter-patter of the rain. Oh, it was raining there too. I'm going to teach this baby bird to swim, Duck said. Me too, Goose said. To pass the time, they sniffed wildflowers in the warm sun and shared breadcrumbs while Goose taught Duck to honk. They watched the sunset in the sky and Duck taught Goose to quack. They counted the stars in the night sky. Let's teach our baby to fly, said Goose. Good idea, said Duck. I'm sure our baby will be the fast learner, said Duck. If it takes after you and me, I'm sure you're right, agreed Goose. Together they waited until, did you feel that, Duck? Duck nodded. Yes. Did you feel that, Goose? Goose nodded. It's time, Goose, it's time, Duck squawked. Quickly, Duck slid and started running the circles around his egg. What should we do now? He hollered. I think we should remain calm, Goose yelled back. Excuse me, a little voice called out. Duck stopped. In all the exciting confusion, he had failed to notice the bluebird kicking their egg. Can I play too? She asked. Play? There's no time for play, yelled Duck. There's no time for games, yelled Goose. And what's with the kicking? I'm the only trying to get your attention, said the little bird. Well, you got it, Duck huffed. False alarm, Goose. Back to work. Can't you see that we're very busy here? Goose exclaimed to the bluebird. This is a serious business. This is perhaps the most important moment of our lives. Oh my, I'm sorry, apologized the bluebird. I had no idea. I just thought that maybe I could play with your ball. It's a really nice one, she added, and then she flew away. Goose gulped. Did she say ball? He whispered to Duck. You know, I did have my doubts, Duck finally said. It is a very bit squishy than most eggs I've seen. Yes, did I must say I was somewhat suspicious of those big dots, Goose admitted. It may not be an egg, but it is lovely, said Duck. Oh, absolutely, Duck, Goose agreed. It's a keeper. As the crickets chirped, the frogs burped, and the grass swayed in the gentle breeze, Goose quacked and Duck honked, and the ball bounced, rolled, and sometimes even flew. Oh, it's showing you how to draw Duck and Goose. The end. So it looks to me like the whole time they thought it was an egg, right? And then when they found out it was a ball, they made it do all the things they wanted it to do previously. He taught Duck to honk, Duck taught him to quack. They became friends, right? And they didn't even know it. I think it's a great story of how even though you may be different or you may think differently or you may, do different things, that you can still be friends with others. So I really like this book, and there's lots of other books with Duck and Goose that I'll be sharing with you guys. And I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys later. Bye, Starfish.